trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, 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 for the record. Been a little too nice for y'all. Now I gotta outprice for y'all. Snake eyes and dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. A6 all the hay. I woke in the bar today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the bars and flipping the all record. I still count wins when they got it. All record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. All record deals. Tell them truck the column for the quote. All record. I still want the act, not the ghost. I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record.
At Clyde Iron Works, every bite starts from scratch. Fried ravioli, onion rings, wood-fired pizza, in-house beer, steak stone sizzling, pasta, pretzels, cannoli, all made by hand. Clyde Iron Works, where food is made from scratch.
I always have to have it on hand, or in my pocket, or in my car where I knew where it was. Because if I didn't know where it was, I'd panic. But that was in the beginning. And in my head, like as time went on, if I lose it or if I can't find it or I misplaced it, I'll just be like, it pops up whenever it pops up. But in the back of my mind, it's more of like, oh my God, I need it. Like, I need to find it. But in hindsight, it's just more of like, if it comes, it comes back. If it doesn't, then it was meant to be, and it's a sign that I should stop. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people who don't learn until I go through it. Just know that every year it gets harder to quit. And every year you start to feel the effect.
With me today, we're gonna have a good time. You've convinced me. I'm ready to switch my account. Oh my gosh. Specific answer. They're learning quick. Can we Google it? Whatever. Okay. He's a quick study.
There's so many words I want to say. Be careful. It is a love story.
You bet it is.
Fair.
I wasn't done.
Ask the questions that you think are silly. Thank you for joining. Bye.
We only have had e-cigarettes since 2012 or 2011. So it's only been a decade, a little over a decade, and we're getting different chemicals that we don't know enough about, which will probably cause us a lot of issues in the future.
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add a new footlong sidekick, like the boss with a new footlong cookie. This might be my favorite sidekick ever. What?
Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick.
Vaping has almost become like an obsession, addiction.
I always have to have it on hand.
It's got to be where I know where it is.
If I didn't know where it was, I'd panic.
I stopped pretty quick because I didn't really get the enjoyment I thought I would get out of it.
I've had friends who have used it, and it's a struggle for them.
Find your passion. Find your people. Find your purpose. Find your superior.
At Clyde Iron Works, every bite starts from scratch. Fried ravioli, golden and crisp. Onion rings, battered fresh and fried to perfection. Wood-fired pizza made from dough we craft each morning. Beer brewed in-house, steak stone sizzling, pasta tossed fresh to order. Warm pretzels, fresh filled cannoli. Nothing frozen, nothing fake. Just passion, patience, and heat. Clyde Iron Works, where food is made from scratch.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Yellow Jacket Baseball on Yellow Jacket TV. This afternoon, the Yellow Jackets going for the sweep of the week series against North Central University as they take on the Rams here at the NBC Spartan Sports Complex. Hi again, everybody. John Garber with you here this afternoon as the Yellow Jackets sweeping the doubleheader here at the NBC Sports Complex yesterday. A little bit of a flair for the dramatic in the nightcap, scoring 4 runs in the 8th and then getting the walk-off single from Trey Seibert in the 9th to pick up the victory in the second game, putting them in position to sweep the 3-game series here this afternoon. Getting the nod on the bump for the Yellow Jackets this afternoon will be Zach Romans, their right-hander from St. Michael, Minnesota, coming into the game. I've got in front of me here. There we go. With a record of 2-3, a 5.11 earned run average in 37 innings pitched on the season. Making his 9th start on the campaign. Getting started a little more than an hour behind the normal start, or expected start time, I should say, here today. A little bit of a rain delay, some lightning coming through the area, but it seemed to have passed quicker than expected, and we are seconds away from getting underway in the 3rd game of this series here at the NBC Sports Complex. Darian Wesley leading off for North Central here as Romans delivers the opening pitch. He'll miss low and inside for a ball. 1-0 to Wesley. Wesley coming into the game batting .286 on the season. 3 home runs and 13 runs batted in. Fastball over the inside corner for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Pitch swung on and lifted in the air to right field. Backing up Isaac Johnson. He makes the catch. Wesley retired on the fly ball to right field, and that'll bring Dawson Barson to the plate. Barson batting .293 on the season. Takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Romans quickly delivering again. That one swung on foul down the third base line. The Yellow Jacket junior right-hander quickly in front 0-2. Romans kicks and fires, swung on and missed. First strikeout of the afternoon for Romans. Quickly 2 away here in the first inning for North Central. That'll bring up A.B. Terran de Jesus. Starting at third base here for North Central this afternoon. .257 batting average on the year. 2 home runs, 16 runs batted in. Romans kicks and fires. First offering missing low, ball 1. Romans taking the sign from Wiley Lotman and delivers. Swung on and missed. Romans working quickly. Puts that one over for a strike. The count 1-2. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that is a very quick 1-2-3 inning for Zach Romans. For North Central in the first inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Half an inning in the books so far. Yellow Jackets, North Central are scoreless. Yellow Jacket batting order here for this one this afternoon. Leading off and playing the shortstop, number 11, Patty Kelly. Batting second and playing second base, Noah D'Agostino. Batting third and playing in left field, Trey Seibert. Hitting fourth and playing first base is Tanner Voigt. Had himself a big day yesterday including going 4 for 4 in the first game with a home run. Wiley Lotman, the catcher, will bat 5th. Owen Farrington is the designated hitter. He will hit 6th. Carter Tilkey will bat 7th. He's going to play in center field. Isaac Johnson hitting 8th and playing in right field. And the third baseman, Brian O'Dwyer, will hit 9th. They'll be facing Brian Dahlstrand for North Central. Dahlstrand, a sophomore left-hander from Lyons, Illinois. Is making his 5th start of the season. He's 2-2, has a 6.10 earned run average. He has allowed 26 hits, 17 runs, 14 earned, 19 walks, and 14 strikeouts in 20 2/3 innings. And Patty Kelly will step into the batter's box here and lead it off for the Yellow Jackets. Kelly, a sophomore from Andover, Minnesota. Bats left-handed. On the season, batting .250. 23 hits in 92 at-bats. Dahlstrand starts off with a breaking ball over the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Dahlstrand working from the stretch. Takes the sign and delivers. Off-speed pitch misses outside for a ball, 1-1. And the pitch comes inside. That'll miss. 2-1 the count now on Kelly. Noah D'Agostino, the leading hitter for the Yellow Jackets, on deck. Dahlstrand takes the sign. Kicks and fires. Fastball over the outside corner, evening the count at 2-2. Here's the windup and the pitch. Tried to paint the outside corner. Good frame from the catcher, but the umpire doesn't buy it, and the count goes full at 3-2. Dahlstrand delivers. Kelly lifts that one foul down the third base line. Count remains 3-2. Dahlstrand's pitch. Swung on by Kelly and driven into left field, and a diving catch attempt there by the left fielder is going to pop out of his glove. Kelly rounds first, and he'll come into second standing up. So a leadoff double for the Yellow Jacket shortstop, Patty Kelly. And that'll bring up Noah D'Agostino.
Noah D'Agostino.
Good attempt out there in left field by John Patty. Got it in the glove. Was unable to hold on as he made impact with the ground. Yellow Jackets with a runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Bottom half of the first inning. Noah D'Agostino coming to the plate. Batting .370 on the season. 37 hits and 100 at-bats for the Yellow Jackets senior out of Andover. First pitch misses the strike zone for a ball, 1-0. 10 extra base hits on the season so far for D'Agostino. Dahlstrand's pitch swung on and fouled back to the screen, 1-1. Dahlstrand checks the runner. And the pitch swung on by D'Agostino and lifted out into center field. It's going to be measured there and caught by Coleman. Kelly bluffs. Then makes his way back to second base, one away here in the bottom half of the first inning, and Trey Seibrin comes to the plate. Batting .288 on the season. Seibrin had the walk-off single in that drama-filled second game yesterday. Jackets falling behind early. North Central plating 5 in the top half of the first. First pitch misses low for a ball, 1-0. The Yellow Jackets had to claw their way back, scoring 4 times in the 8th before Seibrin's walk-off single gave them the victory in the bottom half of the 9th. It was the 17th win of the season for the Yellow Jackets, sitting at 17-11 overall, 8-3 in the Upper Midwest Athletic Conference. Dahlstrand's pitch to Seibrin misses the inside corner. Count now 2-0. Yellow Jackets currently tied for second place in the UMAC. North Central, meanwhile, sitting at 5-21 overall. Dahlstrand checks Kelly at second base, then delivers. That pitch will miss high and away, and it's 3-0 now on Seibrin. The always dangerous Tanner Voigt waiting on deck. And the 3-0 pitch from Dahlstrand. Will catch the outside corner for a called strike, 3-1. Seibrin hitting .288 this season. No home runs, 17 runs batted in. And the pitch from Dahlstrand. That one will break over the inside corner, and the count goes full at 3-2. And the 3-2 pitch. Off-speed pitch gets over the outside corner. Called third strike on Seibrin. 2 away now here in the bottom half of the first inning. That'll bring up Tanner Voigt, the Yellow Jacket senior first baseman, batting .364 on the season. 10 home runs, 36 runs batted in. 8 doubles, 1 triple on the season as well. 39 hits and 107 at-bats. Steps in for his first at-bat of the day. 2 out, runner in scoring position. Dahlstrand's pitch. It's going to miss just high for a ball. 1-0 on Voigt. Pitch from Dahlstrand. That one's going to miss inside for a ball. 2-0. Dahlstrand checking the sign. Comes set at the belt. And delivers. Swung on by Voigt and ripped down the left field line, but that'll hook foul. Two and 1 the count on the Yellow Jackets senior first baseman. And the pitch. Fastball missing high. 3-1 now the count on Voigt. Catcher Wiley Lotman on deck. Dahlstrand leaning in to take the sign. Comes set. And the pitch. It's going to miss down and inside for a ball. So Voigt coaxes the 2-out walk. That'll bring Wiley Lotman to the plate. Another 300 hitter for the Yellow Jackets, batting .308 on the season. 1 home run, 17 runs batted in. Yellow Jackets with 2 on. 2 outs here, bottom half of the first inning. Dahlstrand comes set. Checks the runner Kelly at second base. And the pitch, Lotman swings and drives that one up the middle for a base hit. Kelly's going to round third. Ball gets by the center fielder. That's going to roll all the way to the warning track. Voigt's going to score all the way from first base. And Lotman will end up on third base, courtesy of the 2-base error. A couple of unearned runs here now for the Yellow Jackets. And they move in front here 2-0 in the bottom of the first.
Designated hitter number 22, Owen Farrington.
So Owen Farrington coming to the plate now. 2 outs, bottom of the first inning, runner on third. First pitch from Dahlstrand hits the outside corner. Strike 1 is the call. So a pair of unearned runs here in the bottom of the first for the Yellow Jackets. A 1 pitch down in the dirt. Blocked nicely by Aaron Alvarado. Keeping the runner Lotman at third base. Dahlstrand's pitch swung on and bounced foul down the third base line, 1-2. Third base coach TJ Oakes with the scoop there. All that pitcher's fielding practice he did in his career came in handy. Dahlstrand delivers. It's going to miss outside, 2-2. Was that scoop good for him there, Ryan? The old first baseman you said that was all right? That was pretty good. Okay, good soft hands there from the skipper. 2-2 pitch. Lifted in the air by Farrington. It's going to drift into foul ground. And the first baseman, Darian Wesley, squeezes that, and that'll bring an end. To the bottom of the first inning for the Yellow Jackets. They come away with 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 huge error by the Rams. 1 runner left on base, and after 1 inning, the Yellow Jackets leading North Central by a score of 2-0. We'll take a quick break and come back with the second inning. This is Yellow Jacket Baseball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back at the NBC Sports Complex, John Garver with you here as we move to the top of the second inning. The Yellow Jackets with a 2-0 lead over North Central. Zach Roman's on the hill for the Yellow Jackets at a very tidy first inning, throwing just 10 pitches and recording the 3 outs. First offering to designated hitter Juan Rodriguez, fouled at the plate, strike 1. Rodriguez batting .276 this season. Having started all 27 games so far, taps that one back to the mound. Romans will field it. Sends it over to Tanner Voigt to retire the Rams' designated hitter on the 1-3 scoring play. One out here in the second, and Aaron Alvarado, the catcher, stepping in here for North Central. Hitting .234 this season, 1 home run, 7 runs batted in. Romans winds and delivers. First pitch hits the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Romans working very quickly here. Winds and fires again, swung on, and that's going to be fouled at the plate. Off the foot of Alvarado, so he's going to take a moment and shake that one off before stepping back in the box. Alvarado, a freshman from Houston, Texas. Maybe has some feeling back in that foot. 0-2 the count. Romans winds. They'll miss low and away. 1-2 now on Alvarado. Jack Meckler, the second baseman, on deck. Romans winds again. Once again, he'll miss low and away. Now 2-2. One away here, top of the second. Jackets up 2-0. Alvarado swings and grounds that over to the third. O'Dwyer picks that one clean and fires across. 2 away here now in the top of the second. And the second baseman, Jack Meckler, steps in.
Second baseman, number 12, Jack Meckler.
Meckler batting .259 on the season. 1 home run, 10 runs batted in. First pitch from Romans, fastball on the inside corner for a strike. Romans delivers again. Breaking ball will miss. 1-1 the count. Romans delivers. That one hits the outside corner. Count now 1-2. On the freshman second baseman for North Central. Romans winds. And the pitch swung on and missed by Meckler. Third strikeout of the afternoon for the Yellow Jacket junior right-hander. And he sets the Rams down in order in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Yellow Jackets with a 2-0 lead. For the Yellow Jackets in the bottom half of the second inning, it'll be Carter Tilkey, Isaac Johnson, and Brian O'Dwyer. Bottom third of the order for the Jackets. That will face Brian Dahlstrand. Needed 28 pitches to get through that first inning. Meanwhile, Zach Romans has needed 21 just to get through the first 2 innings of work here for the Yellow Jackets. Good stretch of ball here lately for the Jackets. With their 2 wins yesterday, they've now won 5 of their last 6. The only blemish, a hard-fought defeat down at UW River Falls on Wednesday. The nature of spring sports. Schedule is packed full of games here for both clubs over the course of the next couple of weeks. Carter Tilke stepping in, starting in center field today for the Jackets, batting .275. 14 hits and 51 at-bats, including 5 extra base hits. First pitch to Tilke, who squares around. He gets the bunt down the third base line. It's a good one. Tilke is going to be able to get there without even a throw. Bunt single for Carter Tilke. And that'll bring up Isaac Johnson, the right fielder. Johnson, a freshman from Maple Grove, Minnesota, making his 9th start this season, batting .400. Got lead by Tilke at first base. Johnson squares around, doesn't get the bunt down, and that's a strike. Dahlstrand comes set, and they got him picked off. Tilke, however, is going to be able to slide in safely. They had him picked off first base, but it took a little longer for the shortstop to get over and cover second. First baseman held the ball a little longer, and Tilke's able to get the stolen base and move into scoring position. Dahlstrand's pitch comes inside on Johnson for a ball, 1-1. Nobody out, bottom of the second. Yellow Jackets leading 2-0. Dahlstrand comes stretch at the belt. Checks the runner, Tilke at second. Checks him again. And delivers. Pitch misses the inside corner for a ball, 2-1. Dahlstrand sets and delivers. That one just missing again. Now the count 3-1 on Johnson. Brian O'Dwyer on deck. Dahlstrand checks the runner. Tilke jumping around a little bit now. Both feet on the green. Johnson swings and pulls that one foul down the third base line, running the count full. Dahlstrand sets. Now he'll turn and bluff the throw back to second base. Tilke back to the bag. Dahlstrand winds, and the pitch swung on, driven past the third baseman down the line. Johnson's going to go for extra bases. Tilke comes around, and he'll score as Johnson pulls up at second base with a stand-up double. And the Yellow Jackets move in front 3-0, bringing Brian O'Dwyer to the plate. Dwyer stepping in, batting .264. 4 home runs and 16 RBIs. Squares around, able to pull that one back as the pitch comes in low for a ball, 1-0. O'Dwyer's 4 home runs, second on the team behind only Tanner Voigt. Dahlstrand sets. Checks the runner, Isaac Johnson, at second. And comes home. O'Dwyer again squaring around and then pulls it back. Count now 2-0. Dahlstrand's pitch. That misses high and away. Now 3-0 the count on O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer already squared around as Dahlstrand checks the runner. Comes home. And that one will miss low for a ball, so another walk. Second of the game drawn by the Yellow Jackets. They have 2 runners on, nobody out, and they flip it over to the top of the order. Patty Kelly coming to the plate. Meanwhile, a meeting at the mound here now for North Central. I don't know exactly what the pitching situation is for the Rams here this afternoon. With 2 games yesterday. I believe they had games on Tuesday as well. Almost playing like a major leaguer professional schedule here with the number of games they've had over the course of the last week. It can be very taxing on the arms.
Shortstop, number 11, Patty.
The meeting breaks up, and Patty Kelly steps into the box here for the Yellow Jackets. He's 1 for 1. Had a leadoff double to left center field in the first. It's a great attempt by John Patty, but he couldn't quite squeeze that one into the glove as he made his way to the turf. And the first pitch is going to be called a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Kelly had squared around a bunt. Rams playing in on the corners. Middle infield had double play depth. Kelly squares around again. First baseman comes all the way in. Kelly bunts, and that's going to go foul. Count now 0-2 on the Yellow Jacket shortstop. Two on, nobody out here. Bottom of the second. Yellow Jackets already with a run in. They lead 3-0. Kelly squares around. Doesn't get it down. And that'll be a strikeout for the first out of the bottom of the second. That'll bring Noah D'Agostino to the plate.
Number 10, Noah D'Agostino.
D'Agostino 0 for 1 this afternoon, flying out to center field back in the top or bottom of the first inning, 2 on, 1 out. 3-0 Yellow Jackets in front. Dahlstrand sets and checks the lead runner Johnson at second. His delivery is high for a ball, 1-0. Dahlstrand sets and delivers. Fastball misses just high again, 2-0. Trey Seibert on deck. Dahlstrand winds and misses high again. Count now 3-0. Runners take their leads. Dahlstrand sets and delivers, and he'll miss high for a ball. And that'll load the bases here for the Yellow Jackets with one out in the bottom of the second inning.
Left fielder number 28, Trey Cybran.
Trey Cybran steps in. Struck out back in the first. Was actually ahead in the count 3-0 before he got locked up on a breaking pitch. First pitch to Cybran, breaks over the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed, and then there'll be an 0-2 count now on Cybran. With Tanner Voigt on deck. Dahlstrand takes the sign, comes set, and delivers. Swung on and lined to third base. It's going to be caught there. No runners advancing as Terran DeJesus snares that one. Second out of the inning. We'll bring Tanner Voigt to the plate with the bases full. Voigt walking back in the first. Dahlstrand sets. And the pitch. And he'll miss inside for a ball, 1-0. Isaac Johnson at third, Brian O'Dwyer at second, Noah D'Agostino at first. Jackets with a chance to break this one open here as Voigt swings through the off-speed pitch. Evening the count at 1-1. Dahlstrand sets and delivers. Swung on by Voigt and driven out into right center field. Ranging to his right is Dante Wade. He'll squeeze it. Voigt retired on the F9. That'll bring the bottom of the second inning to a close. Yellow Jackets scoring one run on 2 hits. There were no errors. And the real one painful part, 3 runners left on base. After 2, the Yellow Jackets up 3-0. Jackets are now stranded 4 runners. Through the first 2 innings. As Zach Romans comes back out, having thrown just 21 pitches and retiring the first 6 hitters he's faced. Bottom third of the order will face him here in the third. Beginning with Dante Wade, the right fielder who will lead off. Freshman out of Zion, Illinois. Appearing in just his 7th game of the season. Batting .067, 1 hit and 15 at-bats. Does have a run batted in. Romans winds and delivers. First pitch, one hopper over to third. O'Dwyer picks that one up. Throws across the diamond. Wade retired on the 1-3 scoring play for the first out of the top of the third, and that'll bring John Patty to the plate. Patty hitting .300 this season. Takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Fastball missing away. 1-1 the count now on Patty. Romans takes a little bit off that delivery, and Patty swings through it. Now 1-2 the count. Keo Coleman, the center fielder, waiting on deck for North Central. Patty swings and hits a two-hopper to first. It's going to go off the glove of Tanner Voigt. Had a bit of a funky spin on it as well, and Patty will reach on an error.
Center fielder number 15, Keo Coleman.
That'll bring Keo Coleman to the plate. Coleman hitting .212. 7 hits and 33 at-bats. Patty taking the lead. Short lead off first base. Roman's delivery missing high for a ball. The 1-0 pitch. Called strike, 1-1. Romans checks the runner at first. Again, Patty a short lead. Roman sets. Long pause. Now he comes home. The fastball paints the outside corner for a strike. 1-2 now the count on Keo Coleman. The 1-2 pitch swung on and grounded foul. Count remains 1-2 with first baseman Darian Wesley on deck. And the pitch from Romans. That one's going to miss away. 2-2 the count now. Patty takes his lead off first. And Romans delivers. Swung on and lifted in the air to right field. Isaac Johnson for the Yellow Jackets. Backs up. He'll make the catch. Patty will retreat to first base. 2 away now in the top of the third. As the Rams flip the order over and Darian Wesley comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Flew out to Johnson in right field. Back in the first. Roman's first pitch over for a strike, 0-1. Roman sets and delivers. Swung on and missed. 0-2 the count now on Darian Wesley. Dawson Barson, the shortstop, waiting on deck. Roman sets, and the 0-2 hits the outside corner for a called strike 3. 4th strikeout for Zach Romans. And the Rams are set down here in the third. No runs, no hits. There was 1 error. And 1 runner left on. And we go to the bottom of the third. Yellow Jackets leading 3-0. Dahlstrand back out for his 3rd inning of work. 51 pitches for him so far. .26 of those pitches for strikes. Zach Romans has been a little bit more economical. 35 pitches in retiring the 9 hitters he's retired so far. It's in the third. Singled up the middle back in the first inning. Ended up advancing all the way to third on an error by the center fielder, Keo Coleman. 1 for 1 with a run batted in for Wiley Lotman. Brian Dahlstrand for North Central. Delivers, and Lotman lines that one to center field. Right into the glove of Keo Coleman. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. And Owen Farrington comes to the plate. The Yellow Jacket designated hitter 0 for 1. Fouled out to first base to end the first inning. Dahlstrand's pitch. Misses the inside corner, ball 1. Dahlstrand's next pitch also missing. He's missed quite a few pitches trying to paint that inside corner. 2-0 the count here on Farrington. Carter Tilke on deck. Farrington swings, and it's a one-hopper to short. Fielded there by Barson. He throws across the diamond for the out. 2 away here now in the bottom of the third. Carter Tilke coming to the plate. He's 1 for 1. Reached on a bunt single in the second, excuse me. Laid a perfect bunt down. There wasn't a whole lot that Taron DeJesus could do with that one. First pitch from Dahlstrand missing high for a ball, 1-0. Dahlstrand's delivery hits the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count on Carter Tilke. Dahlstrand sets, and the 1-1 pitch. Misses inside for a ball, 2-1. Dahlstrand sets. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Count now 2-2 on Tilke. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the third. Jackets leading 3-0. Dahlstrand sets. He misses away, and that'll fill the count. 3-2 on Tilke. Fourth full count of the afternoon for Dahlstrand. He sets and delivers. Swung on and fouled at the plate. Count will remain 3-2. Three-two pitch. Locks up Tilke, calls strike 3. And the Yellow Jackets retired in order here in the third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on. We've played 3. The Yellow Jackets have a 3-0 lead. We'll take a quick break and come back with more Yellow Jacket Baseball right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Baseball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. fourth inning here from the NBC Sports Complex. Dawson Barson leading off for North Central. Zach Roman's first pitch swung on and missed, strike one. Barson 0 for 1. Struck out in the top of the first. Roman's pitch, Barson unable to hold up. Strike two. Romans takes the sign and delivers. That one just missing low for a ball, 1-2. 2, 3, and 4 slots coming to the plate here in the fourth inning for North Central. Romans winds and delivers. Swung on and grounded to short. Picked up there by Kelly. He'll sidearm that across the diamond for the out. 6-3 on the scoring play. Retiring Dawson Barson. That'll bring A.B. Terran de Jesus to the plate. Terran de Jesus 0 for 1, having struck out in the first. First pitch from Romans misses low and away for a ball. By and large, Romans has gotten ahead of most hitters today. So you're able to start hitters off with a strike. But here, Terran de Jesus takes the first two pitches for a ball. So 2-0 the count on the Rams' third baseman. Romans misses low and away again, now 3-0. First 3-ball count of the afternoon for the Yellow Jacket right-hander. He takes the sign and delivers. Hits the outside corner for a strike, 3-1. Designated hitter Juan Rodriguez on deck. The 3-1 pitch from Romans well outside for a ball. And Terran de Jesus will reach on the walk. Second walk of the day. No, first walk of the day, excuse me. And that'll bring Rodriguez to the plate with a runner on and one out. Roman sets and delivers. First pitch will hit the outside corner for a strike. Rodriguez 0 for 1. Grounded back to Romans to lead off the second inning. And he'll take a pitch on the outside corner for a strike, now 0-2. Romans comes set, winds and delivers. He'll hit the outside corner there for a called strike 3. Three straight called strikes, retiring Juan Rodriguez, the designated hitter, and that'll bring the catcher Aaron Alvarado to the plate. He is 0 for 1, grounded out to Brian O'Dwyer at third base back in the second inning. Runner on first, 2 outs here in the top half of the fourth. Roman's pitch missing away, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Missing the outside corner. 2-0 the count here on Alvarado. A.B. Terran de Jesus taking his lead off first. Romans delivering, swung and fouled at home. 2-1 the count here on Alvarado. Second baseman Jack Meckler waiting on deck. The 2-1 pitch. He'll hit the outside corner for a strike, now 2-2. Romans comes set and delivers. That one fouled at the plate. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes as that one stung Alvarado again. He had that happen in his first at-bat as well. I want to start putting a pad on that foot or something. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here at top of the 4th. Yellow Jackets in front 3-0. Romans pitch. Wiley Lotman thought he had the inside corner on that one, but the umpire saying otherwise. That'll run the count full at 3-2. Pitch swung on and lifted in the air to right field. Isaac Johnson's got it measured. Squeezes it with 2 hands. And Alvarado is retired to close out the Rams here in the top of the 4th inning. In the 4th for the Rams, no runs, no hits, no errors. There was 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. With the Yellow Jackets leading the Rams 3-0. Johnson will lead it off here for the Yellow Jackets. 1 for 1. Had an RBI double back in the 2nd inning. Was eventually stranded at 3rd base as the Yellow Jackets loaded the bases. With just 1 out in the 2nd, but were unable to push another run across. Dahlstrand coming set. And the pitch. It's over for a strike, 0-1 the count on Isaac Johnson. The 0-1 pitch swung on and in on the ground to short. Picked up there by Barson. Long throw dug out at first base. And Johnson retired on the 6-3 scoring play. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Nice dig by Darian Wesley as well. As Barson had a range to his right. Made a good strong throw across. 1 out here for the Yellow Jackets in the bottom of the 4th as Brian O'Dwyer steps in. O'Dwyer walked on 4 pitches back in the 2nd inning. Squares around a bunt and fouls it back to the screen, 0-1. Dahlstrand's pitch. Swung on by O'Dwyer and pulled in the hole between shortstop and 3rd base for a base hit. And that'll bring Patty Kelly to the plate.
Shortstop, number 11, Patty Kelly.
As the Yellow Jackets bring the top of the order back up. Kelly 1 for 2. Led off the game with a double to left center field. Came around to score the first run of the ball game. Then in the 2nd inning, he's retired on strikes as he wasn't able to get the bunt down. 1 on, 1 out. Breaking ball is going to miss for a ball, 1-0. Dahlstrand sets, O'Dwyer with 1 foot on the green at first. And delivers. Swung on and fouled at the plate by Kelly. 1-1 the count. D'Agostino on deck for the Yellow Jackets here in the bottom of the 4th. They lead 3-0. Scoring 2 times in the 1st inning. And once in the 2nd. Dahlstrand leans in to take the sign and comes set. O'Dwyer taking his lead off first. And Dahlstrand will throw back to first. O'Dwyer stepping back on the bag safely. Dahlstrand sets. Comes home and he'll miss high for a ball. 2-1 the count on the Yellow Jackets shortstop. Dahlstrand sets, and then once again throw over to first base. O'Dwyer stepping back in safely. Dahlstrand sets, checks the runner again, and comes home. He'll miss high. Count now 3-1 on Kelly. O'Dwyer again takes the lead. Dahlstrand sets. And the 3-1 pitch swung on by Kelly and popped up. Shallow center field. Now one's going to fall in between everybody for a towering base hit for Kelly. His second hit of the game. Perfectly placed ball by Patty Kelly. As Coleman had to come well in from center field. Patty from left field. It drops between four fielders. So Kelly is now 2 for 3 on the day as Noah D'Agostino steps in. Flew out to center field in the first and then walked in the second. First pitch to D'Agostino will miss high for a ball. 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Is call a balk? Yes, they did call a balk. So Kelly and O'Dwyer will each advance a base as the whole plate umpire calls a balk on Brian Dahlstrand. So the Yellow Jackets with a chance to build on that lead. Now 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. Dahlstrand sets and delivers high. 2-0 the count here on D'Agostino. Trey Seibert waiting on deck for the Yellow Jackets here. The 2-0 pitch. Breaks over the outside corner. For a called strike. 2-1 the count now here on Noah D'Agostino. Brian O'Dwyer leading off third. Patty Kelly off second. Dahlstrand's pitch. That one missing just high. 3-1 the count now on the Yellow Jackets senior second baseman. The 3-1 pitch swung on by D'Agostino and ripped out into left field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. O'Dwyer scores. Kelly quickly around third. He will come home, and it's a 2-run single for Noah D'Agostino. And the Yellow Jackets have extended their lead to 5. As D'Agostino got the barrel of the bat on that and ripped it into left field. 2 RBIs for Noah D'Agostino. That'll bring Trey Seibert to the plate now with 2 in here in the fourth. Seibert 0 for 2, struck out looking in the first and lined out to the third baseman in the second. He takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Dahlstrand sets, checks the runner at first. Comes home, and he'll miss high for a ball, 1-1. Two in already here for the Jackets in the fourth. Potential for more. D'Agostino leading off first. Dahlstrand throws over to first. D'Agostino back. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on by Seibert and lifted in the air to center field. Keo Coleman coming in. He makes the catch. 2 away here now for the Yellow Jackets in the fourth.
Baseman number 34, Tanner Voigt.
And that'll bring Tanner Voigt to the plate. Voigt 0 for 1. He flew out to right field back in the second. Walked in the first. After that walk in the first inning, he came all the way around to score on that multi-base error by Coleman in center. Looking to do a little damage here in the bottom of the fourth. 2 runs in, 2 outs. 1-1 the count on Tanner Voigt. Dahlstrand now up to 80 pitches in the game. Facing the dangerous Tanner Voigt. Dahlstrand's pitch comes inside. Count even now at 1-1. Dahlstrand sets. And the pitch. Swung on by Voigt and lifted high in the air to center field. Coleman will track back. Reaches up and makes the one-handed catch. And the Yellow Jackets are retired here in the bottom of the fourth inning. They scored 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors and 1 runner left on base. We're through 4 here at the NBC Sports Complex in Superior. Yellow Jackets lead 5-0. We'll take a quick break and come right back. This is Yellow Jacket Baseball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Coleman's back out for his 5th inning of work. He'll face Jack Meckler, the second baseman here. Roman's first pitch over for a strike, 0-1. Five strikeouts so far in the game for Romans. Pitch swung on and pulled between the gap between shortstop and third base. A base hit for Meckler. First hit of the game for North Central. Comes in the top of the 5th inning. Right fielder Dante Wade will come to the plate. Roman's first pitch over for a strike, 0-1. Roman's coming set. Checks Meckler at first. And the pitch. Fastball over for a strike. 0-2 now the count on Dante Wade. And the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Wade retired on 3 straight pitches, and that'll bring John Patty to the plate.
Left fielder, number 7.
Patty, the left fielder, reaching back in the third on an error by Tanner Voigt. 1 on, 1 out here, top of the 5th. Yellow Jackets in front 5-0. First pitch from Roman, swung on and missed, 0-1. Roman's continuing to work quickly. Comes set and delivers. Patty swings and misses. A little off balance on that swing. Roman's now in front of Patty, 0-2. Comes set and delivers. That one's going to miss down low for a ball. 1-2 now on John Patty. Keo Coleman, the center fielder, on deck. Roman sets and delivers. That one fouled at the plate. Stings Wiley Lotman a little bit. Count will remain at 1-2. Or check that. They're not a foul ball. That's actually a swing and a miss. I thought by the reaction of everybody that it was a foul. So Patty down on strikes for the second out here of the 5th. 2 away, and that'll bring up Keo Coleman, the center fielder. He's 0-1. Flew out to right field, back in the 3rd inning, and he'll take the first pitch for a strike. .64 pitches so far for Zach Roman, 47 for strikes. He'll paint the outside corner again, 0-2. Romans comes set. And the pitch. Tried to paint that outside corner again, but misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count on Keo Coleman. Romans takes the sign and delivers. Calls strike 3. 8th strikeout of the game for Zach Romans as he strikes out the side in the top of the 5th inning. For North Central, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. That hit the first hit of the game for North Central. It looks like North Central is going to make a call to the bullpen here. Number 35 coming in. Tim Bullard coming into the game.
Now pitching for North Central, number 35, Tim Bullard.
That'll close the book on Brian Dahlstrand. He goes 4 innings, allowing 5 runs, 3 of them earned. On 7 hits. He walked 3 and struck out 3. And he'll give way to Tim Bullard. Bullard, a sophomore from Cottage Grove, Minnesota. Making his 7th appearance on the season. He doesn't have a record. Earned run average of 11.32. Allowed 13 runs on 17 hits over 10 1/3 innings. 7 walks and 4 strikeouts for the big right-hander. And he will face Wiley Lotman, Owen Farrington, and Carter Tilkey here in the bottom of the 5th. Yellow Jackets have stranded 5 so far in the game. Catcher throws down to second base. And Lotman steps into the box.
Catcher number 4, Wiley Lotman.
Lotman 1 for 2, singled to center field back in the first inning and then lined out to center field in the third. Bullard's first pitch, and that's going to catch Lotman in the back. So leadoff man on here in the 5th inning for the Yellow Jackets as Wiley Lotman gets hit by a pitch. And that'll bring Owen Farrington to the plate. Farrington 0 for 2 today. Fouled out to first base back in the first. Grounded out to short in the third. Leadoff man on here for the Yellow Jackets. Great jump by Wiley Lotman, and he's going to steal second base without a throw. So he went on the very first twitch. And Lotman with the stolen base. 1-0 the count here on Owen Farrington, the designated hitter. Runner in scoring position for the Yellow Jackets. Bullard's pitch over for a strike, 1-1. Bullard leans in to take the sign. Comes set, checks the runner Lotman at second, and delivers. Pitch will miss outside, now 2-1. Sixth stolen base of the season for Wiley Lotman. It's a pretty good lead off second base. Pitch comes in, and Farrington will lift that high in the air to right field. Ranging over and making the catch was Dante Wade. Farrington is now 0 for 3. Lotman staying put at second base. And Carter Tilke will come to the plate. Tilke 1 for 2, a bunt single in the second, and called out on strikes in the third. Bullard checks the runner and delivers. Swung on and driven to right field. Wade takes a couple steps in and makes the catch. So Tilke retired on 1 pitch, now 2 away. And Isaac Johnson comes to the plate. Johnson had an RBI double for the Yellow Jackets in the second. Grounded out to short back in the fourth. Runner on second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. 5-0 lead for the Yellow Jackets. Johnson swings and lifts a lazy fly ball in the air to right. Wade will range over to his left and make the catch. And the Yellow Jackets are retired here in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on. We've completed 5. Yellow to the 5-0 lead. We'll take a break and come back with more Yellow Jacket baseball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. in as the rain has started to fall once again here at the NBC Sports Complex. Roman's first pitch swung on and lifted in the air to center field. Tracking back is Tilke. He makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 6th. That'll bring Dawson Barson to the plate. Barson 0 for 2. Struck out in the first and grounded out to shortstop. As the sky continues to darken to the west, Romans delivers the first pitch for a strike. Romans kicks and fires. Swung on and ground into third. O'Dwyer picks up the second hop. Fires across the Tanner Voigt. 5-3 on the putout. Quickly 2 away here in the 6th. And A.B. Terran de Jesus comes to the plate.
Third baseman, number 33, A.B. Terran de Jesus.
Terran de Jesus, 0 for 1, struck out in the first and then drew a walk in the 4th. First pitch over for a strike, 0-1. Roman's very economical so far. As he's just thrown just 72 pitches through 5 2/3. Swung on and missed by Terran de Jesus, and it's 1-2. One and two the count. Romans with the pitch. That one's going to skip to the backstop, evening the count at 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch misses high and away. Full count here on Terran de Jesus. Juan Rodriguez on deck. The 3-2 pitch lifted foul. Back over our heads here into the parking lot at Superior High School. Haven't had too many foul balls come back over our heads today. Romans delivers. The 3-2 pitch swung on and missed. Terran de Jesus retired on strikes. And North Central retired here in the 6th. For the Rams, no runs, no hits. No errors and none left on. Through 6 innings, Zach Romans has allowed just the 1 hit. Walked 1 and struck out 9, so safe to say it's been a dominant performance so far for the junior right-hander. As we make our way to the bottom of the 6th inning, it'll be Brian O'Dwyer, Patty Kelly, and Noah D'Agostino due up for the Jackets here in the 6th. As they lead 5-0. 2 runs in the first, a single run in the second, and then 2 in the 4th. Had at least 1 runner on in every inning except for the 3rd. Tim Bullard finishing his warm-up tosses here for North Central. On for his 2nd inning of work. And Brian O'Dwyer will step into the box here for the Yellow Jackets. O'Dwyer 1 for 1 with a walk. Had a 1-out single back in the 4th inning. Bullard leans in to take the sign, comes set. And the first pitch to O'Dwyer goes over his head for a ball. Bullard plunked Wiley Lotman with the first pitch of the 5th inning. Now comes very inside on the first pitch of the 6th. Next pitch misses high and away for a ball, 2-0 the count. The 2-0 pitch. That'll hit the outside corner for a called strike, 2-1. Next offering from Bullard misses low and away. Now 3-1 the count on O'Dwyer. Bullard checking the sign. And delivers. Swung on and missed. Count runs full on O'Dwyer here, 3-2. The leadoff man in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Yellow Jackets. And then that pitch will go behind O'Dwyer all the way to the backstop. Ball 4. And O'Dwyer's on base for the 3rd time in the game here today. That'll bring Patty Kelly to the plate. Kelly 2 for 3 today. Had the leadoff double in the bottom of the 1st into left center field that came out of the glove of Patty as he fell to the ground. And then in the 4th had that towering single that dropped between 4 fielders in shallow left center. He squares to get the bunt down, and that one comes back and catches the catcher, Aaron Alvarado. He's taking an absolute beating today. Fouled a couple off of his feet earlier in the game. And now a little slow getting up after that bunt attempt by Patty Kelly. There aren't a lot of positions in sports where you take as much of a beating as you do catching. With all due respect to goalies and football players. Was it Johnny Bench who called catching equipment the tools of ignorance? The old catcher in me understands that completely. 0-1 the count here on Kelly. Bullard comes set. And delivers. Pitch over for a strike, now 0-2 on the Yellow Jacket leadoff hitter. Noah D'Agostino waiting on deck. O'Dwyer taking his lead on first. Bullard's pitch misses away for a ball, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and hit up the middle. Going to be fielded at short. Barson steps on the bag to retire O'Dwyer, then throws across the diamond. Retiring Patty Kelly. And just like that, 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. First double play of the game for either club. That'll bring Noah D'Agostino to the plate. Now they're coming out to check on shortstop Dawson Barson. Fielded that ball right in front of the second base bag. Stepped on the bag and then threw across to first. The check-in is brief, however. And Barson will move back to his position on the infield. Noah D'Agostino stepping in, 2 outs here, bottom of the 6th. First pitch from Bullard over for a strike, 0-1. Start sets. And the pitch swung on by D'Agostino, lifted in the air to left field. Patty ranging to his right near the line. Will make the catch. And the Yellow Jackets are down in the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the 7th. Yellow Jackets with a 5-0 lead. This is Yellow Jacket Baseball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Juan Rodriguez will lead off the 7th inning here for North Central. Rodriguez 0 for 2. Grounded back to the pitcher in the 2nd and struck out looking in the 4th. Romans has been in control all day long. Starts Rodriguez off with an off-speed pitch. He swings through for a strike, 0-1. Next offering from Romans misses outside. 1-1 the count. It'll be Rodriguez, Alvarado, and Meckler due up here in the 7th inning for North Central. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Rodriguez behind 1-2. Leading off the top of the 7th inning. One-two pitch lifted foul into the parking lot. Romans winds and fires. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 10th strikeout of the afternoon for Zach Romans. Second time he's retired Rodriguez on strikes.
Catcher number 4, Aaron Alvarado.
And that'll bring Aaron Alvarado, the catcher, to the plate. 0 for 2 on the day. Has accumulated his share of bruises as well. First pitch from Romans misses outside for a ball, 1-0. Second pitch goes high, 2-0. Next pitch hit on the ground to second. D'Agostino backhands it. Fires across to Tanner Voigt. Alvarado retired for the second out of the inning.
Second baseman number 12, Jack Meckler.
That'll bring Jack Meckler to the plate. He is the only hit of the game so far for North Central. A leadoff single back in the 5th. And he pulled through the left side. Romans delivers. First pitch will miss low for a ball. One-0 pitch hit on the ground to short. Kelly scoops it up. Fires across to Voigt. Meckler retired on the 6-3 scoring play. And a very tidy 8-pitch inning for Zach Romans in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on for North Central. Bullard coming back out to the mound here for the Rams in the bottom of the 7th. Yellow Jackets haven't scored since the 4th. 2 runs in the first, 1 in the second, and then 2 in the 4th inning. Bullard coming out for his 3rd inning of work. He's gotten into a little bit of trouble, but has done a good job working out of said trouble. In what has been a very rapidly played game. We started an hour late. And still, we enter the bottom of the 7th inning, an hour and 40 minutes after the first pitch was thrown here by Zach Romans earlier this afternoon. Heart of the order coming up here for the Yellow Jackets in the 7th. Trey Seibert will lead off. He's 0 for 3. Struck out looking in the first, lined out to third in the second, and flew out to center field in the 4th inning. Bullard sets. In his first pitch, that's going to catch Trey Seibert in the back. So I don't think they want to be leading off against Bullard because he hit Wiley Lotman with a first pitch of the 5th. Then his first pitch to O'Dwyer in the 6th was behind him, and now Trey Seibert gets plunked with the first pitch of the 7th. The athletic trainer's going to come out and take a look at Seibert, who took that one off the wrist, it looks like. Second hit by pitch against Bullard here this afternoon. Seibert says he's all right, and then he'll bring Tanner Voigt to the plate. Voigt 0 for 2 with a walk. Has a man on here to start the 7th.
34, Tanner Voigt.
Bullard sets, checks the runner Seibert at first. And that one's going to get Tanner Voigt, as that one hit him in the helmet. So another hit batsman. And the Jackets have 2 on here in the 7th. Coach Adam Hill's going to make his way out to the mound. And they'll have a meeting at the mound here. Voigt appears to be okay as well. Umpire will go out to the mound now and break the meeting up. Bullard's going to stay in the game. So 2 runners on here. Nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. Yellow Jackets leading 5-0, and Wiley Lotman coming to the plate. One for 2 with an RBI so far today for Lotman. Bullard's first pitch over for a strike. 0-1 the count on Lotman. Seibert with a good lead off second base. Tanner Voigt just past the first baseman over at first. Bullard's pitch swung on and missed by Lotman. Quickly finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Owen Farrington on deck. Bullard checking the sign. And delivers. Lotman lifts that one in the air to shallow right field. Dante Wade coming over toward the line. He's going to make the catch in fair territory. Seibert will tag and advance to third. Well, Voigt will stay put at first. And Farrington will come to the plate with runners on the corners and one out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Farrington 0 for 3. Fouling out to first base in the 1st inning, grounding out to short in the 3rd, and flying out to right field in the 5th. Yellow Jackets up 5-0 here in the 7th and threatening, as Farrington takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Voigt goes, and the catcher Alvarado will pop up to make the throw and fumble it a little bit, so Voigt will advance on the stolen base. We have 2 runners in scoring position here. Count 1-1 on Farrington. Bullard comes set and delivers. Swung on and driven up the middle. That's going to fall in for a base hit for Farrington. Cybron comes in from 3rd. Voigt did a big turn at 3rd, but then he's held up by head coach T.J. Oakes. It's an RBI single for Owen Farrington. And the Yellow Jackets now lead 6-0.
Center fielder number 15, Carter Tilke.
That'll bring Carter Tilke to the plate. The center fielder for the Yellow Jackets today, 1 for 3. Had a beautiful bunt single back in the 2nd. He would eventually come around to score. Bullard's first pitch missing outside for a ball, 1-0. Bullard comes set and delivers. And Tilke will swing and drive that one through the left side for a base hit. Tanner Voigt coming in to score. Second hit of the day for Carter Tilke. Also brings in a run. Yellow Jackets now up 7-0.
Isaac Johnson.
Runners on first and second here, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Isaac Johnson 1 for 3. Had a double back in the 2nd. He'll take the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Runners take their leads as Bullard checks the runner at second base. Delivers, that'll miss high and away for a ball, 1-1. Brian O'Dwyer on deck for the Yellow Jackets here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 runs in already. Although you wouldn't know that because the scoreboard went out. Now it's back. It's always the tricky thing with these scoreboards here. When they're run remotely like that, they'll just go out. 2-1 the count here on Isaac Johnson, the right fielder for the Yellow Jackets. Bullard looks in for the sign. Comes set, checks the runner. And the pitch. Johnson swings, and he'll lift that one foul over the first base dugout. Count moving even now to 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Johnson lifts that one foul again. Almost the exact same place. Count remaining 2-2. Haven't had a lot of foul balls today. Johnson swings and puts it on the ground to second. Fielded there, thrown to Barson and out there, but Johnson will beat out the relay. There's some discussion here as to whether or not the runner at second was safe. I thought it was very close. Now the umpires are going to have a chat about it. As it stands right now, Johnson on at first with a fielder's choice. Farrington moving up to third. They're going to rule him safe. So it's still going to be a fielder's choice. Johnson reaching on the fielder's choice. That loads the bases for Brian O'Dwyer. Head coach Adam Hill coming out to the mound, and that's going to do it here for Tim Bullard. As the Rams will execute the pitching change here. Bullard will leave with the bases loaded. 2 1/3 innings. 2 runs so far, both of them earned on 2 hits. He did walk 1. Didn't strike out any, but he did hit 3 batters. Coming on to pitch here now for North Central. It's going to be Jaden Mercereau, a sophomore right-hander from Plymouth, Minnesota. Making his 5th appearance on the year. Doesn't have a record. He's pitched 3 1/3 innings, and he's allowed 13 runs on 11 hits, 10 walks, and 1 strikeout. Third pitcher of the day for North Central. And the Yellow Jackets have a big opportunity to blow this one open. Up 7-0, bases loaded with just 1 out. Starter Brian Dahlstrand through the first 4 innings for North Central. And as you mentioned, 2 1/3 from Bullard. He'll give way to Jaden Mercereau with 1 out and the bases loaded here in the 7th. So not much room for error with Brian O'Dwyer coming to the plate. Dwyer's been on base all 3 times this afternoon for the Yellow Jackets. A single in the 5th. He came around to score, and he also walked twice. Mercereau coming set. And his first pitch to O'Dwyer hits the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Mercereau checking the sign. Comes set and the pitch. Swung on by O'Dwyer. Pops straight up behind the plate. Alvarado coming back, and that one drifts away from him and will fall. So strike number 2 on O'Dwyer as he gets new life. It's a tough one. Do you call the error on that? So it's not like he had to range very far to try to make the play. 0-2 the count on O'Dwyer, excuse me. Mercereau's pitch, swung on and popped up foul again. That one coming over to the first base dugout. And that one also will fall. So Dwyer has used a couple of his 9 lives here in this at-bat. Still 0-2. Bases loaded, 1 out. Yellow Jackets up 7-0. Mercereau comes set and delivers. Swung on and hit into center field. Keo Coleman ranging back. He makes the catch. Lead 2 runners will tag. Farrington coming across to score on the RBI sacrifice fly by Brian O'Dwyer.
Shortstop, number 11, Patty Kelly.
And we go back to the top of the order with Patty Kelly coming to the plate. Kelly 2 for 4. Three runs across here in the 7th inning for the Yellow Jackets. They lead 8-0 now. Mercereau's first pitch to Kelly misses the outside corner for a ball. Mercereau sets. And the 1-0. Swung on by Kelly, hit on the ground to first base. Fielded there by Wesley, flips it to Mercereau. And Kelly retired on 3-1 scoring play, excuse me. For the Yellow Jackets here. In the 7th inning, 3 runs. On 3 runs on 1 hit. No errors. And the Yellow Jackets strand 2. And we go to the 8th inning. With the Yellow Jackets up 8-0, Zach Roman's back out. As we mentioned, kind of been in control all day long. Thrown 87 pitches through 7 innings. Allowed just 1 hit and 1 walk to go along with 10 strikeouts. And he'll face the bottom third of the order here in the top of the 8th inning for North Central. Dante Wade will lead off. The right fielder 0 for 2. Grounded back to Romans in the 3rd and then struck out swinging in the 5th. North Central coach Adam Hill having a discussion with the home plate umpire, I would assume, about that play that the Yellow Jackets appealed in the bottom of the 7th. Wade 0 for 2 leading off. Romans kicks and fires. First pitch over for a strike. By and large today, Romans has been able to get strike 1 on just about every hitter. He's been working ahead in the count for most of the afternoon. Second pitch missing low, 1-1. Next pitch taken for a strike. 1-2 now the count on Wade. Wade able to hold up. Count now even at 2-2. Romans continuing to work that outside corner. And the delivery. Swung on and hit on the ground to third. O'Dwyer takes the second hop and fires it across the diamond to Voigt. Wade retired on the 5-3 scoring play. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. John Patty comes to the plate. Check that. It will not be John Patty. Instead, it'll be Jacob Garcia.
Pinch hitting for the Rams, number 9, Jacob Garcia.
So Garcia will pinch hit for the left fielder John Patty. Roman's first pitch hits the outside corner for a strike. Garcia on the season batting .389, 7 hits and 18 at-bats, and he'll hit that one on the ground. 2 hopper fielded by Voigt. He pitches underhand to Romans, who's covering. 3-run scoring play, 2 outs here now in the 8th. And Jacoby Woodfin will pinch hit now for Keo Coleman.
Pinch hitting for North Central, number 6, Jacoby Woodfin.
Woodfin batting .083 on the season, 2 hits and 24 at-bats. Roman's first pitch over for a strike. Same pitch, same location, now 0-2 on Woodfin. Top of the order on deck, first baseman Darian Wesley. And the 0-2 pitch from Romans. Swung on and miss. Strike 3 on Woodfin. And the Rams go down in order in the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on. Romans has twirled a masterpiece here today. That was his 11th strikeout of the afternoon. Mercero back on here for North Central in the 8th. Came on and was able to retire a couple of Yellow Jackets and get out of a big jam in the 7th. On for his 2nd inning of work. He'll face D'Agostino, Seibert, and Voigt here in the bottom of the 8th. Game just over 2 hours old here as we enter the bottom of the 8th inning. Garcia, who pinch hit for John Patty in the top of the 8th inning, will stay in the game and play left field. Jacoby Woodfin, who pinch hit for Keo Coleman, will stay in the game and play in center field.
Leading off the bottom of the 8th inning for Superior, second baseman, number 10, Noah D'Agostino.
D'Agostino leading off here for the Yellow Jackets in the 8th. 1 for 3. Takes the first pitch high for a ball. The 1-0 pitch is going to miss low and away. 2-0 now on D'Agostino. Flew out to center field in the 1st inning. Walked in the 2nd, singled in the 4th. Flew out to left field in the 7th. 2-0 pitch taken high and away, now 3-0 on D'Agostino. Trey Seibert on deck. Bottom half of the 8th inning here at the NBC Sports Complex in Superior. Yellow Jackets leading 8-0. Three and 1 now the count on D'Agostino. Mercero takes the sign and comes set. The 3-1 pitch. That'll hit the outside corner. Now the count running full on the Yellow Jacket senior second baseman. D'Agostino swings, and he'll line that one just over the glove of the leaping Barson at shortstop. Leadoff single into left center field to start the 8th inning. Second hit for D'Agostino.
Left fielder, number 28, Trey.
And that'll bring up Trey Seibert. Siren struck out looking in the first, lined out to third in the second, flew out to center field in the fourth. That was hit by a pitch in the seventh. He's first pitch swinging, hits it on the ground to short. Barson fields there. Flipped it to second and Meckler runs it over to first. Double play. 6-4-3 double play. And just like that, 2 away here in the bottom of the eighth. That'll bring up Tanner Voigt. Second double play turned today by North Central. Base is empty, 2 outs now for Voigt. Takes the first pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. Voigt 0 for 2. Reached on a walk and was hit by a pitch. Also has a stolen base in there today. He swings and hits that one into shallow right center field. And that's going to fall in for a base hit. It's another one of those today. It's 2 or 3 that we've seen are absolutely perfectly placed. First hit of the day for Tanner Voigt. Comes with 2 outs in the eighth, and Wiley Lotman comes to the plate.
Wiley Lotman.
Lotman 1 for 3 so far. Takes the first pitch over the inside corner for a strike. Mercer 0 sets. The 0-1 hits the inside corner. Now 0-2 on Wiley Lotman. In the 0-2 pitch. Lotman swings and lifts that high in the air to left center field. Garcia ranging to his left makes the catch. The Yellow Jackets retired in the eighth. No runs on 1 hit. No errors and 1 runner left on. Yellow Jackets have now stranded 9 today. And Zach Roman's coming out to see if he can close this one out. He's in line to pick up the victory today. And what has been a dominating performance. Came into the day with an ERA at 5.11. That's going to come down considerably. As he looks to improve his record to 3-3 on the season. Romans will face the top of the order here in the ninth. Wesley, Barson, and Teran de Jesus. Hitter. So they're going to have a pinch hitter here. No, we're not. That is Wesley. My mistake. Looked like it was the number 3 and not the number 8. So Darian Wesley will lead off the ninth inning here for North Central. He's 0 for 3. First pitch from Roman swung on and missed. Strike 1. As has been the case all day, Roman's working very quickly. Pitch over for a strike. 0-2 the count here on Wesley. Romans looks in. Here comes his 100th pitch of the day. Wesley will lift that one in the air to shallow left field. Seibern coming in. Makes the two-handed catch, 1 away here in the ninth.
Shortstop number 23, Dawson Barson.
Dawson Barson coming up to the plate, excuse me. He's 0 for 3. First pitch swinging. He grounds that one to short. Scooped up by Kelly. Strong throw across the Voigt. Quickly 2 away.
Third baseman number 33, A.B. Terron de Jesus.
And A.B. Terron de Jesus comes to the plate as the last hope here for North Central. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Romans delivers. He'll hit the outside corner for a strike. Next pitch swung on and hit on the ground to short. 2-hopper picked up by Kelly. Throws it across the diamond. And that'll do it. North Central, no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on in the 9th. Final score here today, the Yellow Jackets defeating North Central 8-0. We'll take a really quick break and come back and wrap it up from the NBC Sports Complex right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Baseball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. We're back at the NBC Sports Complex in Superior. The Yellow Jacket baseball team completing the sweep of North Central here this week. Final score 8-0. Yellow Jackets with 8 runs on 11 hits. They committed 1 error and they left 9 runners on base. North Central, meanwhile, had no runs on 1 hit. They also committed 1 error and they stranded 3. Zach Romans is going to get the victory here today. He was dominant on the hill for the Yellow Jackets going the distance. On just 103 pitches, no runs, 1 hit. He walked 1 and he struck out 11. With the victory here today, Romans improving to 3-3 on the season. On the other side, Brian Dahlstrand is going to get tagged with the loss for North Central. His record now falling to 2-3. He pitched 4 innings, allowed 5 runs, 3 of them earned on 7 hits. He walked 3 and struck out 3. With the victory today, the Yellow Jackets improved to 18-11 overall, 9-3 in the Upper Midwest Athletic Conference. North Central dropping to 5-22 overall, 1-10 in UMAC play. Our next Yellow Jacket baseball broadcast will come your way on Yellow Jacket TV on May 2nd as the Yellow Jackets play host to Minnesota Morris in the first game of a 3-game series. Next sports broadcast on Yellow Jacket TV will be on April 22nd. That is this coming Wednesday as the Yellow Jacket softball team maybe, finally, hopefully, will get a chance to play at home. This game's been moved a couple times already, so who knows what's going to happen. They're scheduled to take on Northwestern here at the NBC Sports Complex. And that will be at 3 o'clock first pitch from the NBC Sports Complex. You calling that one? Yeah. The big sound, Matt Johnson, will be on lead vocals for that one, so you don't want to miss out as the Yellow Jacket softball team finally gets an opportunity to play at home. Want to thank Evan Ludwig for pushing all the buttons here at the NBC Spartan Sports Complex, allowing us to have this one on the air as we dodged the raindrops and got the game in its entirety. So for Evan, this is John Garver saying so long from the NBC Spartan Sports Complex in Superior.